What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back here with another off-season rebuild, and today we have ourselves the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies are one of those teams based off their roster talent that really shouldn't be here, but as you know, based off how this season went for them with some suspensions, some injuries, this is where they're at because of that. But it's not the worst thing in the world for them to have a little bit of a reset year, get this offseason, retool a little bit, and come back better than ever. So let's go ahead, jump in. Let's do this Memphis Grizzlies offseason rebuild. We already have a really talented roster. We get to add a lottery pick to this team. We have GG Jackson, Vince Williams that stepped up this year. A lot to like. Let's go ahead and jump in and do this Grizzlies offseason rebuild. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. I do apologize still if I sound very sick or whatever. I'm just still once again dealing with allergies, but the show must go on. So we got John Morant, Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart, GG Jackson, Vince Williams. Like, this team, of course, dealt with a lot of injuries this year. John Morant's suspension did not help. He'll be back, and then he got hurt very quickly after he came back. The team was starting to go on a little bit of a run there too. Unfortunately, they didn't have Clark for most of the year either. So yeah, this team has just really dealt with injuries, and it really sucks. Now, first and foremost, we're going to move Jaren Jackson back to power forward because I do want to continue to play him at the 4, but maybe we sign him back to the center based off what we want to do. But I'll leave him at power 4 for now, but maybe who we draft, we move him back to center or whatever. But of course, got some playing basketball tonight, which I cannot wait. But let's go ahead and see who wins the championship really quickly, as New Orleans makes out of the play-in here in 2K, Miami, Philadelphia make it out, and the Lakers made it out. Thunder, Knicks in the finals, and the Thunder go on to win the championship in 5 games. All right. Going on to retirement, LeBron James is trying to retire. I will override that for 1 more year. But of course, it's all going to start in the lottery for us. Again, this is unfamiliar territory for the Grizzlies. They have not been in the lottery in quite some time, but here they are now because of how this last year went. Kind of like when the Warriors won the lottery that year that they had all the injuries. Of course, the Grizzlies not as good as the Warriors championship-wise, but Grizzlies are still kind of in that echelon of contender status in a little bit. Maybe underrated contenders, maybe not quite there, but they were definitely up there. So as far as what pick we're projected to get, we have top 7 odds here, so hopefully we can get lucky and maybe leapfrog in the top 4 or something. So actually, with the first time, let's go ahead and just watch this bad boy. So the Kings here at 14, they did not make it out of the play-in, it looks like. The Blazers are number 13. That's via Golden State, so they get to keep 13. At number 12, you have the Dallas Mavericks. Let's see if anybody leapfrogs here. So Mavericks via Houston, so the Mavericks get to keep their pick. And then the Chicago Bull, or that's the Rockets pick. I don't even know if the Mavericks are really supposed to have that pick. I'm not sure. Whatever. Number 10, I don't think they are. Number 10 is the Atlanta Hawks. Number 9, so far nothing has moved up, which is a good sign. Let's see. Number 9 via the Rockets. Okay, so far so good. Maybe we're the team that leapfrogs. And then number 8, or unless someone did jump up and I just didn't notice, but I don't think anyone did yet. The Jazz. Okay, so far so good. So no movement so far, I don't think. So here we go. 7th overall pick. We jump into the top 4. We do. That's amazing. That's exactly what we want to see. So we do jump in the top 4. If you're the Grizzlies, that's kind of what you're hoping for, of course. Hornets number 6. Now where are we? Like 3, 2, 4, 1? I cannot wait. So the Blazers number 5. They fall all the way to 5. Or no, the Pistons are number 5. So number 4. Moment of truth. Are we at 4 or do we move up even higher? So we are going to be top 3. Damn. Do we get number 1 though? That'd be kind of wild. Wizards projected here at number 3. Let's see. And we get number 3. That's not bad. We go from 7 to 3. I will take that. So Wizards get 2. And that is your lottery. So we got Raptors, Wizards, Grizzlies, Blazers, Pistons. Damn. What a lottery night for us. That was awesome. So now we keep Taylor Jenkins as our head coach. No need to fire him. So all we really need to do now is fill out the rest of this coaching staff. And then I'll see you guys on draft night with who we're taking at number 3. And of course, we will maybe look at any trade options on the table as well. Today's video is brought to you by DGF's Optimizer. If you're playing on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other DFS app, hanging with a tool like this is so clutch to finding good plays without having to do any research whatsoever. And as you guys can see, there's a ton of value on the board right now. There really is. So if you take a look at Podziemski, over 3.5 rebounds, you have every single book favoring the over. You even have Caesars at -174 odds. I found that play within 2 seconds. And then you can come down to Brandon Ingram, DeJounte Murray. There's so many good plays on the board at the moment for these playing games tonight. Under 5.5 assists on D'Lo. Every single book is favoring the under. Durant under, or Karl Towns under 28.5 PRA. Like, there's just so much value to look at on the board right now. And I found all these plays within 2 seconds. It's that simple to finding good plays using this tool. You don't have to go look at every single book or go do like last 5 game research or whatever you got to do to try to make plays. You don't need to do that. It's all right in front of you here. Ever since I started using this tool, I've made $1,000 profit off of sports betting. Like, using this tool has changed my life sports betting wise. Very, very much so. So check it out. Links down in the description below. Use code Crushables, 25% off your first month. And of course, I'm using this tool for like Prize Picks, which Prize Picks, the per props website that allows you to choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. And with playing game start tonight, there's no better time to sign up. Get yourself a little bit of a sweat while you watch these crazy uptick games, of course, that are all or nothing for these teams that are 1-game elimination or 2-game elimination for some teams. So make sure to check out Prize Picks. There's all kinds of sports and stats to choose from. You can combine NBA with MLB if you wanted to, or anything. The possibilities are endless. So make sure to sign up for Prize Picks. Links down in the description below. Use code Crushables 20, or they match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And last but not least is Dabble, very similar to Prize Picks. They actually offer up to an 1,000x payout if you go 12 for 12. And another really cool feature that no other DFS app has is you can copy people's entries with a click of a button. Very, very cool feature. A lot of apps could use a feature like that. Really dope. You could follow your favorite creator on there and just copy their entries every time. You don't even have to make your own. So if you want to go and check out any of those apps, all links are down in the description below. Other than that, let's get back to the rebuild. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades before we jump into the draft. So let's just go ahead and draft at pick number 3. Let's see who falls to us on the board. So number 1 is going to be Nikola to the Raptors. Number 2 is going to be Alex Sarr to the Wizards. All right, so number 3, we have Cody Williams on the board. We have Ron Holland, Buzelis, Zachary Satcher, Klingon, Sally, Jacoby Walter, Stephon. So there's a lot of good options here. Rob Dillingham, I'm going to eventually get in a video. He is an absolute stud, but having him today doesn't make a ton of sense for, we have John Morant. I do kind of like the idea of Donovan Klingon here. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, has jumped up draft boards. You can take Ron Holland or Cody Williams as well. Really can't go wrong with much of either. But I do believe I'm going to go Donovan Klingon here with pick number 3. We're going to bring him in to be our brand new center, especially if we have Jaren Jackson playing the 4 again. I'm going to go ahead and take Donovan Klingon. I've not got him in a 2K video just yet in this series, so we're going to go ahead and take him here. And this is a very, very late pick, so I will just let the assistant GM take whoever they want. So just like that, we get a 76 overall Donovan Klingon. I know there's some better options on the board, but just to change it up, we get Klingon, which is nice. So now we have Klingon as a center option. Hopefully he can develop really nicely for us. Lucanar's team option, $14 million worth. Do I accept it or decline it? I'm going to accept it because, if nothing else, that gives us an option to make a trade with his salary. And Sky Pippen Jr., we could also extend the offer on. And then free agency, we have nobody here in free agency that we have bird rights on. So I know Klingon probably isn't the most popular pick for some people, but just to change it up, I took him today. So I'm also gonna go out there and probably. So let's take a look at our rotation right now. So obviously it's John Morant, Marcus Smart as our point guard rotation. But if we slide things differently, which we probably will. So this is what it's actually going to look like. So Marcus Smart is going to play the 2. If we're going to, start Marcus Smart, we're going to move him to the 2. So he will play some backup point guard minutes at times as well. So we're going to move him to the 2, which would slide Desmond Bane down to the 3. So we'll do that for him. And then once again, he'll play some secondary shooting guard minutes. So it's really going to look like this. So it's John Morant, Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart. You have Desmond Bane, Vince Williams, and then you have Jaren Jackson, Gigi Jackson, Santi Aldama, and then Brandon Clark, Donovan Klingon. So I think after that, yes, that's pretty much what our rotation would actually be. And then Brandon Clark, Donovan Klingon would be our center rotation at the moment. So not too shabby. Now, do we want to make a trade here as well to try to get even better here? Probably. But we could sign Drummond in free agency, who can be an absolute stud at times. So I am going to sign Andre Drummond to be our backup center. I like him a lot as a backup center option for this team. So I'm going to do that, and he will sign with that. So we'll take Drummond here in free agency. So nothing crazy, not a crazy offseason by any means. I would have taken Alex Sarr had he failed to me at pick 3, but I'm very happy with Klingon as well. So Clark, we'll have to see if we want to keep him around or do we want to move him since we just signed Drummond. I'm trying to get... what we could do is we could send Klingon. He's a top 3 pick, so it definitely feels dirty to do that. We could send Klingon down to G League for year number 1. But I don't know, man. He's a 3rd overall pick. Do we really want to send him to the G League? That kind of feels weird. But I don't know. Maybe we could. Let's go see what player progression looks like. So Scottie Pippen is back. Jaren Jackson is down because we moved him. John Morant is up. Drummond is up. And then other than that, you got Zaire Williams developing, Jake LaRavia, Scottie Pippen. So of course there's more we could have done this offseason. Maybe we get even, aggressive, make some kind of trade. But for now, I'm going to roll with this rotation the way it is at this moment. So again, I got to decide what I'm going to do with Clingan. He's a top 3 pick. Feels kind of weird if I send him to the G League, but if we do, he's going to be very, very good for us next year and exactly what we want. So definitely up for debate on what I should do to handle it. So I'm going to cut Utah Watanabe and also Scottie Pippen Jr. looks like. So we're going to cut you guys, and then let's get into this rotation. So proficiency is a 4-star balance, and then this year rotation. So it's John Morant, Smart, Bane, Jaren Jackson. Drummond is starting for us at the moment. So Gigi Jackson, Vince Williams, Santi Aldama, and then Brandon Clark. So that would leave Clingan out of the rotation. So as dirty as it is to do, and I don't like doing it, I am going to send him to the G League. I think it just makes sense for next year to have him play. Really, he'd be our starting center easily next year. So we'll roll with this for now, and we'll leave that the way it is. So I could send Jake LaRavia down there as well. Let's see what he is looking at. So he is under contract for 1 more year. So I am going to go ahead and sign 1 more player and get Jake LaRavia in this rotation as well, or into the G League as well. So, are my roster's full right now? Is that what it said? So I can send him there? Yeah, we're good. I didn't need to sign anybody else. So yeah, I'm going to sign Jake LaRavia there as well. So that will be our rotation going into season number 1. This team is going to be really good, even without Donovan Clingan playing, John Morant, Desmond Bane, Smart, Jaren Jackson, Drummond. So feeling pretty confident about how good this team could be. If I do stop at the deadline to make a trade, I will show you. Definitely on the table, possibly, for sure, something we will potentially look at. But let's go ahead and see how the season goes with John Morant back, team healthy. Let's see if we're back to being a playoff team. At the end of the season, Luka Doncic does win MVP. Nicole is your Rookie of the Year. Amon Thompson, 6th man. Wembanyama, Defensive Player. Jane Hardy, Most Improved. And Luka, also Clutch Player of the Year. And Mark is your coach. And John Murphy is your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team, All-Rookie first team, and All-Rookie second team. So Gigi Jackson making it, which is nice. Now we're not really sure why he's considered a rookie. I guess 2K didn't register him registering any. I don't know. He definitely played last year, so I don't know why he's a rookie, but whatever. Looking at the player stats, though, you had 25.5 from John Morant, 18 from Desmond Bane, 14 from Jaren Jackson, 12 from Gigi Jackson, 9 from Vince Williams, and 9 and a 12 from Drummond, 8 from Santi Aldama, and 7 from Marcus Smart. So we get the Mavericks in round 1 as we are the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. So it is good to be back in the playoffs. Let's see if this results in us getting far and going on a deep playoff run, or do we get bounced by like the Mavericks in round 1? So let's go ahead and see how this goes. So many current round. We won game 1. We are in a close one, but we do lose in 7 games to the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. Not great. That really sucks, but I do believe this offseason is going to be game-changing. So the fact that we lost in round 1, Thunder going to win another championship. Looks like the Thunder are starting to dominate the West a little bit. I already have kind of a game plan of how this offseason is going to go. We get Donovan Clingan, who can rejoin us. As you can see, the Brooklyn Nets suck, which is going to lead us to, what's about to happen next. So let's go do that. So let's go to staff signing. We're going to keep Taylor Jenkins around, even though he just got bounced in round 1. Still do like him as the head coach here, so I'm going to resign him. And then we're going to get maybe like Underwood to be our assistant, maybe. Let's see if he signs that. He says no, so we'll get somebody else. Just a head coach, Mr. Kevin Ollie. Do you want to be an assistant head coach, my friend? Probably not, but I'll offer it to you anyway. He does sign, and then post-D coach will go Mr. Willis or something. All right, that looks good. So you sign him, and now we go to draft night. So on draft night, I am going to go over to the Brooklyn Nets and get a player that the Grizzlies, I believe, have been interested in, and that is Mikal Bridges. The Nets suck. He's on the last of his contract, so I do believe we can make a trade happen here. So Mikal Bridges will be immediately an upgrade to this team, somebody that we could use, so I'm going to go for him. I'm going to offer Marcus Smart to swap him with, and then I'm going to also offer, let's say we did, not Vince Williams necessarily. I mean, imagine with Mikal Bridges on the last year of his deal that his value has probably gone down, so I'm going to offer Smart and Clark, and maybe pick 25, and maybe this Magic pick. Let's see if this is enough. I mean, like, I feel like Mikal Bridges' value has easily gone down now that he's on the last of his contract. The Nets have been asking for a crazy amount. But you get a late pick, a first-round pick from Orlando, or swap pick with Orlando, And then Smart and Clark, I think this is enough. They agree. So get Mikal Bridges to join us here in Memphis, which is nice. So now we can slide Desmond Bane or Bridges back to the 2, which we will do with Desmond Bane to play his natural position. So that looks good there. Luke Kennard is going to be gone. Vince Williams, of course, is going to be our backup 3. We could slide things over if we need to. But yeah, and now Klingon is going to be our starting center. It felt, like I said, it didn't feel great sending him to the G League. I didn't really want to do that, but I think it was better for the long term. So let's go straight to player options now that we've traded those picks away. We got Bull in the second round. Jake LaRavia, we're going to accept his option. And then qualifying offers, Senti Aldama and Zaire Williams. I don't think I'll be bringing back Zaire Williams, but Aldama, I definitely have interest in bringing back. So let's go to free agency and let's see what our options are. So Zaire Williams might also go up, so maybe we do bring him back. A lot of interesting options on the table. So we need a backup point guard. We have our backup 3 and 4 pretty much locked in if we wanted to just roll with that. So really the only position we need is backup guard. So Luke Kennard, we could re-sign him for very cheap. We could I'm going to bring in Monte Morris, though, to be our backup point guard. Always like him as an option as a backup point guard. So we're going to sign him to a contract. And then we are going to get maybe Luke Kennard back as well to be a floor spacer. So I'm going to sign Luke Kennard back. And then Aldama and Zaire Williams can honestly, as much as we don't really need them necessarily, but I mean, I guess I might as well just bring back on their qualifying offers or give them like small contracts on the last day. So we'll go 2 years on both these guys for depth. So we'll sign both of them to do 2 deals. And if nothing else, their contracts later on. I don't know why I said I had to match his contract. I guess he declined it, whatever. So Drummond is down. We do have Desmond Bane down too, which is fine. And Klingon is up to a 79. So that's good to see that Klingon has jumped up. And then Jake LaRavia is up. Zaire Williams is up to nothing crazy there as far as movement is concerned. So depth-wise, forward position looks good. Depth-wise, I do believe this is going to be a pretty good rotation next year. We just made it to the playoffs as the 3rd seed. Now that we have Mikal Bridges joining us and also Klingon, I do like the idea that this team is going to be even better. So let's go see what this is about to look like going into this next season. Power King is going to let us 4th overall. Proficiency is 4-star balance. So here is rotation. So they still want to start Drummond, but I do believe I want to just start Klingon. So I think that's what I'm going to do. The Klingon is going to start. He is going to start, and then we're going to play him 29 minutes there. So he's going to be our starting center. So Santi Aldama, Monte Morris is our rotation, or Monte Morris just out of the rotation. So that looks decent to me. And then last but not least, John Morant shot tendency is good. I did want to move Baines up just a little bit. And Mikel's is a 79, which is fine as well. Because I feel like, now that he's going to be a role player here more than a star like he's been in Brooklyn, or a star, whatever you want to call him, I do believe he's going to take a step back now. So we'll see how this season goes. Hopefully this results in another playoff seeding this year. And maybe this year we actually win a playoff series or go far or deep in the Western Conference, rather. So Luka Doncic once again wins another MVP as Donovan Klingon wins Rookie of the Year, which is exciting to see. 13 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 46% from the field, 62% from the free throw line, and 45% from 3. I don't know how many threes he was attempting, but 45% from 3 is pretty crazy for Klingon. I don't know if he's really known as a 3-point shooter like that. I did watch him in March Madness, really solid player, but I don't know if I would. All defensive second team for John Morant as well. All rookie first team for Donovan Klingon, which is nice. Love to see that at the very least. But we do end up as the second seed in the Western Conference. So I got to see how many 3-point how many 3-pointers did he shoot? Because field goals made, 3-point. Okay, so let's see. So he attempted 7 per game. So I guess he was just an elite 3-point shooter like that. I don't know if that's in his game. Is that really? Like, I only watched a small sample size of Klingon. I didn't see him take that many 3-point shots, but he had a damn good year. If you take a look at the player stats this year, you had 13, or we already saw that, obviously. John Morant, 27 and 12, 19 from Desmond. Was that per 36 when I was looking at? I don't know. Maybe it's still this way. So, he averaged, or he shot like 6 per game and made almost 3. So, really solid season out of him. Mikal Bridges with 14 in that role player role again. Jaren Jackson 15. Desmond Bane with 19. So all around looking very good. Now, all that matters here is making it far as we get our familiar foe. That means the Golden State Warriors. So we have Steph, Podziemski, Wiggins, Kuminga, Trace Jackson Davis, Moses Moody, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, Klay Thompson. So kind of the same Warriors. They've added a few new pieces here, but hopefully we don't get bounced by them. Somebody current round, and we are going to go up 3-2 and beat them in 6 games. So a very close series, but we do beat them. And now I draw the Portland Trailblazers. We have Scoot, Sharp, Zachary Satcher, Obi Toppin, DeAndre Ayton, Anthony Simons, Robert Williams, and Jeremy Grant. So a very good team on that roster as well. But can we make it to the conference finals? Let's see. And we are up 3-1. Can we finish the job here? And we do. And just like that, we are back. Or no, the Grizzlies I don't think have made it to the conference finals with John Morant. We are in the conference finals. So we get to play now the team that has won the championship 2 years in a row. That means the Thunder. Now they have lost Josh Giddey, it looks like, so that should help us out a little bit. But they have since added OG. They have Damian Sarr. So it's going to be Ace Bailey is here as well. So this is still going to be a tough series. But game 1, 1-0 lead for them. 20-14 from John Morant. Does not matter. Game 2, we even it up. 142-129. 39-38 from Shea, but it did not matter this time. Game 3, 2-1. So if we go down 3-1, I do imagine that it could be GG's. So I do want to start Drummond, which kind of sucks because I want Klingon to, be starting. But if this is what it takes to beat the Thunder, then maybe we do that. So let's see if we can. Ooh, can we win this and even it up? No, we had a lead there for a second, but it looks like we will go down to the Thunder in 5 games more than likely, unless we push this to a game 6. And maybe we could win game 6, and then, hey, maybe we have ourselves a game 7. So we are going to win game 6, 149-112. So we are giving them a little bit of a run here. Let's see if we can continue to push them. Can we go to a game 7 in Memphis? We got to win this one to force the game 7. And we could technically do that here, but it is going to be a close one. They do take it. We're down 4 here, down 3. We take the lead back, or are we about to lose in 6? So we do give the Thunder a run here, but it looks like they may be done with us here. So looks like they are going to win this one. Unfortunately, that sucks. So we do push them to 6, a very competitive 6-game series, but not meant to be just yet, as the Thunder go on to win the championship. All right, so Pistons, lose to them. Durant, DeRozan are retiring. Let's go straight to the draft lottery. So draft lottery time, obviously, I don't think it's going to affect us much. Jazz number 1, and I do believe our pick, so we have 27. So, and the Thunder, of course, have the 3rd overall pick, because why not? They're only going to get better, right? So, I guess maybe this offseason we have to consider another big trade if that's possible. So let's go see what our guard guru can be, and then that will be the coaching staff completely filled out. There we go. Finally got one on the board. So we got Goldman and Bayless. Let's go straight to draft night. So not much I can really do here. We have a very low draft pick. We have an early 2nd round pick. I guess what I could do is maybe look into trading for a better backup center than Drummond. So I guess that's where we'll go ahead and look to do right here. So Robert Williams is someone who's had a very hard time staying healthy, but if we could get him to be our brand new backup center, that would feel pretty good. So I'm going to offer Andre Drummond here along with Santi Aldama and my 27th overall pick to see if that gives me Robert Williams. It does. Just like that, we get Robert Williams to be our brand new center. So I'm still hoping Klingon starts over him, but he would be a much better backup center option than Drummond was, which feels good. So other than that, I mean, I think this rotation is pretty much set. So let's go straight to player options. Let's see what's about to look like. So Gigi Jackson, Klingon, Vince Williams. Obviously hoping for a lot of development here from these guys. Kind of need them to develop. Jake LaRavia. Definitely someone I have interest in bringing back. But, of course, the biggest question here is, will Mikal Bridges resign? $32 million does suck for him, but, I mean, I think we got to give it to him. Only $25 million, so I don't think this is the worst contract in the world. So we're going to go ahead and give it to Mikal Bridges. Obviously, could very well eventually end up on the Knicks because of the Villanova connection that is over there. So we're going to resign Mikal, take care of that. And then these guys could just come back on their qualifying offer, really. I don't really have any interest in signing LaRavia or Zaire Williams to long-term contracts. So they come back with their qualifying offers, that's fine. LaRavia does. So Klingon is up to an 84, so that's very, very solid. Love to see that. Desmond up to an 85. Monte Morris is down. Luke Kennard is down. So maybe the end of the bench could use an upgrade for sure. But outside of that, Klingon jumping up is great. We got Robert Williams now. So we've made it to the conference finals. The Thunder are the team that did stump us, which will probably be a team that continues to give us problems. Obviously, the Oklahoma City Thunder, we know how good they are in the 2K simulation and in real life. So we have our work cut out for us, but hopefully this season things work in our favor. So proficiency is up to a 4.5, which is great. So Klingon is starting this year without me having to do anything. So John Morant, Bane, Mikal, Jaren Jackson, Klingon, Robin Williams, Gigi Jackson, Vince Williams, and Jake LaRavia is your rotation. So I don't hate it. We are going to roll with this. If I do stop at the deadline to make any moves, I will show you. But hopefully I don't feel the need to do so. And maybe we can get that first seed in the West this year. So I am starting the trade deadline as we are 31-21 on the season right now. Basically, what I'm looking for is a better backup guard. So if we take a look at some of the options on the table and see if we can get someone, it has to be someone relatively cheap who is on a cheap contract, but that would be worth it. Dyson Daniels makes sense. Jalen Suggs makes sense. So, like, those are the two guys that I'm kind of looking at here and be like, okay, maybe we can make that happen. So let's try to see if we can get Dyson Daniels on this team. So I'm going to offer LaRavia and John Kachar's salary. So that does make up for it. I'll give you my 2027 first round pick. They say no at first. I doubt I could throw in another player. So let's see if we can throw in like another first and see if they're willing to say yes to that. They still say no. So 2 first round picks feels dirty as it is for Dyson Daniels. So I'm not going to continue to make this even better. So we'll not do Dyson Daniels. Let's go to Jalen Suggs, who I believe was on the Jazz. So we're going to go to Jalen Suggs now. So this is an illegal trade for them. If you give me like, let's say this Justice Winslow, who you probably don't care about. This is probably not going to happen either, but let's try it anyway. The 2028 and 2027. They still say no. I'll throw a second at you. It's a good second as well. I'm not throwing 3 first. That's kind of crazy. 2 seconds. Did I just throw 3 seconds? What did I do? Did I throw 2 seconds in there? Yeah, that was another second. Okay. So we traded 2 firsts for Suggs, which, I don't know. I like it. I think we needed a backup guard. That's a way of going all in. It definitely was a little bit of an overpay for sure, but we needed a good rotational player to be our backup guard really badly. So Suggs is going to do that for us. I would have done that for Daniels as well, but I'll absolutely take Suggs and continue to roll with that. So 31-21 of the season. Hopefully that trade was worth it because I'm going to try to go win a championship this year, and hopefully Suggs can help us with that. So here we are at the end of the season, obviously looking to try to get this championship here. John Morant makes an All-NBA first team, and outside of that, I don't think we got anything else here. So John Morant and Jaren Jackson both make All-Defensive second team. So we are the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, and now I get the 1st seed like I was kind of hoping for, but that's all good. 27 from John Morant, 21 from Desmond, 15 from Klingon, 15 from Jaren Jackson, 12 from Mikal, 12 from Gigi Jackson, and 12 from Jalen Suggs. So, yeah, obviously we made an all-in trade at the deadline. Hopefully it results in us getting a championship. So, Ace Bailey is on the Lakers, I believe. I thought he was on the Thunder. Was he in 2 different draft classes? I have no idea. Whatever. Keelan Ware. Ace Bailey is also on the Thunder. I don't know what happened. He was drafted in 2025, pick 2. Ace Bailey, where you drafted. I mean, I guess it's going to tell me that he was drafted in a different year, right? I mean, I don't. Let's see. He is drafted in 2026. So I guess that 2026 draft class I downloaded had him in there as well. I don't know, but whatever. Somebody come around against the Lakers. If we lose in round 1, I'm going to be very upset. We beat them in 6. Let's go. New Orleans, you want to beat the Thunder for me? Probably not. They did not. All right, we get the Rockets in round 2, who do have the higher seed. They have Amin Thompson, Dylan Harper, Cooper Flagg, Jabari Shingun, Jalen Green. Damn, this is a good damn team. Holy crap. Wow, we might get beat by the Rockets in round 2. I don't even know we have to worry about the Thunder anymore. Look at this damn team. Holy moly. It's only current round. Somehow we swept that team. I have no clue how. That team looked absolutely intimidating. But now we get the Thunder, who have still a good team in their own right, of course. Somebody current round has worked so far. You know what? Let's do somebody current round against the Thunder, and we're up 3-0. And we're going to blow a 3-0 lead if I don't... Why did I stop the simulation? Why did I stop it? We blow a 3-0 lead to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I have no idea what I'm doing, man. Thunder going to win the championship. That's 3 in a row, I think. If not 4. I don't know. Yeah, we were up 3-0 at one point and blow a 3-0 lead. So, yeah, we'll run it back one more year. But outside of that, I'm done. So, yeah, why did I stop somebody current round? I have no clue. I had a feeling once I... stopped it and clicked something around again, we were going to blow a 3-0 lead. We got reverse swept, which was nice. Love to see it. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can, I mean, I'm not worried about much of anything. I like my rotation as it is. We just got to make sure we re-sign everybody here, and then we'll run it back again. So at the end of this season, it went about as good as you could expect. John Morant wins MVP. Not surprised because I will show you. Oh, Trae Young's on the Mavericks now. Very interesting. But yeah, I assume Taylor Jenkins gets Coach of the Year as we went 66-16. So yeah, this season went very, very well. John Morant, All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and here's your All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team. Jaren Jackson making it once again. And then you got no John Morant this time around, All-Rookie first team and All-Rookie second team. But it really helped because Donovan Klingon developed in like an 89 overall. Well, he's an 88, but now he's an 89 overall. So yeah, that helped out a ton. So take a look at the player stats as we got the first seed, which is great. He had 25 from John Morant. Second leading scorer was Donovan Kling with 19 and 11. Love to see it. 19, 15, 14, 12, and 10. Last chance here to win a championship. No matter what, I am done here. So we get the Warriors in round 1, who no longer have Stephen Curry. Hopefully we just take care of them, and we are going to win in 7. That was a lot closer than I would have wanted. But now we get that team that I was very afraid of last year. We swept them last year, but I don't know if that happens again. Some late current round, and we beat them in 7. So close. So far, we've gotten very, very close games. So I'm going to respect the Thunder here and go game by game. 133 to 114, 35 and 10 from Chet. Game 2, up 2-0. So far, so good. 3-0. We were in this position last year, and we were in this position the first 2 series and almost blew a 3-0 lead. And obviously, we know what happened last year. But this year, we sweep the Thunder, of course. Why not? And now we get the Wizards in the final. So I have Alex Sarr, who I absolutely would have drafted had I had the chance. But the Wizards have Jamal Murray, then you have Dia, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Sarr. Game 1, 1-0. I mean, I think we should beat this team 2-0. 3-0, and just like that, this results in a championship. John Morant is your finals MVP. So, almost lost the first 2 rounds, but we sweep the conference finals and the finals. Love to see it. Clingan developed into an 89 overall. Love to see that as well. Absolutely turned into a stud. Yeah. You guys think Clingan's a top 3 pick? Adrian Wojnarowski and Jonathan Givony are saying that he is technically going to be considered for #1 overall, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is a fun one. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm going to go blow my nose because my allergies are crazy right now. Hopefully allergy season will go away here soon. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.